This is a certified hood classic.
Man, what's good, y'all, man? It's your boy, Quizzy, man. We back with another video, man. Today, we getting ready to check out the Coco Puffs theory by my boy, Alex Bell, bro. We already know my boy, Alex, is a freak because he got all those SpongeBob theories. But, you know, bear with us, bro. Because, see, the thing is with him, I have never seen this, but I know off rip, he gonna have a solid theory. Oh no. That's acid. He on acid.
There's no escaping chocolatey Cocoa Puff.
Oh no. There's no escaping chocolatey Cocoa Puffs,
I always
boy?
thought there was something strange about Cocoa Puff commercials.
Oh no.
Most kids' cereal commercials are pretty straightforward. There's a fun, wacky mascot character who wants a certain type of cereal and has to overcome some kind of obstacle to get it.
Hand over those delicious Lucky Charms.
Oh,
Silly
no.
rabbit, tricks are for kids.
It's pretty basic stuff. But the thing that's strange about Cocoa Puff commercials is that Sonny the Cuckoo Bird isn't trying to get the cereal, he's actively trying to avoid it.
How do I escape the great taste
no.
of Cocoa Puffs? You've got to keep Cocoa Puffs away from me!
If you think about it, Sonny is
Damn.
kind of a struggling addict who's
No, he's a drug addict. Like, that man, get that man some help.
desperately trying not to relapse, but fails every time and ends up destroying whatever building he's in and terrifying the people around him.
Can't control myself. I'm going Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs.
He ripped his ears
Cocoa
off.
Puffs are literally ruining his life, and I think it's kind of weird that that's how General Mills chose to advertise their cereal for children. But whatever. These are just silly 30-second kids commercials that are all essentially the same. There's no plot or world building. There couldn't possibly be anything here worth theorizing about.
Oh
Right.
Lord. If he said right, he know that there's some shit going on, boy. There is some shit going on, because I'm looking at this, and it's one of those things where you never really notice that something's off or something weird. Leave it to Alex Bell, though. His ass gonna find it. I don't never want to have this nigga do a documentary about me. Like, this nigga Alex will turn anything into some creepy, weird conspiracy, bro.
What if I told you that beneath
What?
the surface of these colorful cereal advertisements is one of the most dark and complex underlying narratives I have ever seen in a piece of media? A hidden story of addiction, war, betrayal, and a massive conspiracy about the world Sonny lives in that no one has
What?
discovered before today. I
Sound
promise
like
you
America.
that after this, you will never be able to watch a Cocoa Puff commercial the same way again. This is
I already can't watch that shit now.
the Cocoa Puffs conspiracy.
No, nigga. Let's get to it, bro. Let's just go and get to it. A fan theory. All right, bet. This motherfucker actually did an ad, and I was watching it.
The very first commercials for Cocoa
That's a
Puffs
damn
aired in
shame.
1958 and originally featured 3 children instead of the iconic Cuckoo Bird as their mascot.
All aboard for the Cocoa Puffs train. Ding, ding.
It wasn't until 1962 that Sonny
Flintstones.
made his first appearance as the bird who goes cuckoo whenever he sees Cocoa Puffs.
Watch out, because I'm Cocoa Puff, Cocoa Puff, Cocoa Puff.
This format was very successful, and Sonny has been the mascot for the brand ever since. Since then, he's gone through many redesigns, but the basic premise has always stayed the same. Sometimes he's joined by children, sometimes
no.
he's with his grandpa, but he always ends up going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, despite his best efforts to avoid them.
Up here, I won't go cuckoo for my favorite cereal. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
What's
It wasn't
the word?
until 2004 that Sonny got his most iconic redesign that he's still known for today. And it's these commercials that I'm going to be focusing on for this theory. The more modern Cocoa Puff commercials introduce us to the world that Sonny lives in, a society inhabited by intelligent talking birds.
So this man has been on a years and years long streak of addiction and drug use.
More
Jeez.
modern Cocoa Puff commercials introduce us to the world that Sonny lives in, a society inhabited by intelligent talking birds.
No chocolatey and vanilla Cocoa Puffs combos. Part of this good breakfast.
And it's surprisingly
Oh, God.
complex for just being the backdrop of kids' cereal commercials. They have their own bird cities, bird
Right.
airports, bird legal systems. They even
Oh,
have a
God.
bird military.
Bird Pentagon.
Watch more chocolatey.
Why do the Cocoa Puff commercial birds need a military? Like, who are they
That's meth, is what that is.
fighting? Are there bird wars? And the entire bird world seems to run
Maybe.
on Cocoa Puffs. All the
Or
grocery
whoever eat
stores
birds.
sell are Cocoa Puffs. If you go to the opera, they're singing about Cocoa Puffs.
This box right here.
Cocoa Puffs.
Even the media seems to be run by Cocoa Puffs.
They selling smiles, bro. This is some Resident Evil shit right there. The Smile Company, the Umbrella Company selling smiles and
Extra
shit.
new chocolatey vanilla Cocoa Puffs combo cereal.
So obviously, this is a very difficult place for someone trying to beat a Cocoa Puff addiction. No matter
Right.
what Sonny does or where he goes, he cannot avoid Cocoa Puffs. He tries to ask people for help, but all they want to do is talk about how great Cocoa Puffs are.
How do I escape the great taste of Cocoa Puffs? Why would you want to escape it? Cocoa Puffs are munchy. Crunchy.
Oh no.
The only person willing to help him
no.
is Gramps, his trusted grandpa, who's been with him since 1962.
Keep Shelly from going cuckoo. I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room.
Gramps?
I'm not hiding Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs?
Don't
Gramps
go Cuckoo,
stupid.
boy.
But even with his help, it's not enough. He tries to go to the store, or the opera, or in a plane, or a deserted island, but wherever he goes, Cocoa
Oh,
Puffs
no.
is already there.
Oh no.
Cocoa Puffs!
Sonny even tries to file a restraining order against Cocoa Puffs, but it doesn't work because apparently they're too delicious.
I find you guilty of being delicious.
Sonny is a very tragic character because of just how much Cocoa Puffs are an inescapable, fundamental part of this world.
You know, it just kind of seems like regular drug use. You know, it's like it's like the addiction always follows him, and it might not be that people are talking about it. I'm just throwing this out there. It might not be that people are actually talking about it. What it could be is the nigga is just super addicted to this shit, and he can't stop thinking about it, bro. That could be another thing that's going on with him, bro. Like,
But it isn't
golly.
always like this. Occasionally, there are these weird outlier commercials that show a different side to this world, where we see these little moments where the bird citizens are just as afraid of Cocoa Puffs as Sonny is. The first time I noticed this
Oh.
was in a commercial for the new Cocoa Puffs chocolate and vanilla combo cereal.
Extra new chocolatey vanilla Cocoa Puffs combo cereal.
It opens with a newspaper boy announcing the new cereal, but for the first time, people seem kind of disinterested in Cocoa Puffs and just walk past him. And then
Oh,
the
man.
commercial takes a very sudden turn.
When chocolatey and vanilla combine, there's no escape.
Two
Damn.
massive Cocoa Puffs in the sky crash into each other and begin raining down Cocoa Puffs all over the city. The people start screaming and running for their lives as the entire city is consumed
Oh,
by
shit.
chocolate and vanilla.
Right.
Don't go cuckoo! Don't go cuckoo!
But
Oh,
after Sonny
shit.
goes cuckoo, we cut back and see that everyone is now enjoying the cereal.
And now he is too.
Cocoa Puffs combos, part of
I blame that little kid. That little kid, he already knew what was gonna happen. He started saying, "Hey guys, want to see all of this shit?" No, it's the kid. It's the little orphan kid, bro.
breakfast.
Now in bowls everywhere.
Something
Now in
has
bowls.
changed. This is not a world where everyone has always loved Cocoa Puffs. I think that this is a world that has been taken over by Cocoa Puffs. And
No,
if
no.
you don't believe me, we get much more explicit confirmation of this in the commercial for the new chocolatey explosion puffs. I've kind of been holding off on showing this one because it is honestly the most insane commercial I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, you are not prepared for what I am about to show you. This commercial takes
Well, God, now are you damn right? I'm not prepared for what you about to show me, cause it's like, bro, what are you gonna ruin next? My mom? And it's, oh, your mom. Let me tell you something. She's been plotting ever since you came out of her to kill you. It's like, what? My mom?
place
Like,
inside of the Bird
I
military
hate you,
headquarters
sir.
where Sonny, as a Cocoa Puffs
everything
expert,
bad.
discusses the dangers of this new type of Cocoa Puffs that's exploding in people's homes.
I'm warning you, It's more chocolatey.
What do you mean more chocolatey?
Yeah.
Picture chocolatey Cocoa Puffs.
Okay.
Even more chocolatey than that.
And the military birds look terrified of this and are treating it like a major threat.
Extra chocolatey puffs?
Who authorized more chocolatey?
Just how chocolatey is it?
And what happens next is, I can't even describe it to you. You just have to kind of see it for yourself.
That's what they was giving the German soldiers when they was fighting. That's what they was giving them, the extra chocolatey.
More chocolatey than that.
Just how chocolatey is it?
Cocoa Puffs. That's more good extra chocolate.
Damn.
Go for Cocoa Puffs. Go for Cocoa Puffs.
Sonny reveals he secretly brought a box of the explosive Cocoa Puffs into the meeting with him, essentially a bomb that he launches at the military,
God.
basically committing Cocoa Puffs domestic terrorism and flooding the entire room with chocolate.
Damn. It's like a mind
And
controlling
afterwards,
thing.
we see the main military guy again, except now he seems to be supporting the cereal,
Limited time only.
and even his
he
military
black.
stars have been replaced with Cocoa Puffs. Sonny
Oh,
has
no.
essentially performed a coup and used Cocoa Puffs to take over the bird military. These commercials are not about trying to sell cereal to kids. They're about the hostile takeover of the bird world from within.
This is getting scary and shit, bro. This is getting scary, bro. He always ruins some shit, bro. Now it's like, are these Cocoa Puffs now? If I find out these Cocoa Puffs are sentient beings and they're controlling people, or there's this drug, it's like, cause it's like, who is pushing this shit,
But
bro? Like,
why is Sonny doing this? I thought he was just some guy trying to escape his addiction.
You gotta keep Cocoa Puffs away from me.
Why is he suddenly a sleeper agent working for Cocoa Puffs in this commercial? And who is really behind this takeover? So,
It's gonna fuck
at this
around and be
point,
him.
you
Watch.
might be thinking that these are all just a bunch of random, incoherent, one-off commercials with no continuity or logic behind the things happening. You know, they're just a bunch of wacky, random skits made to sell cereal to kids, and we shouldn't really try to understand them. And you'd probably be right until they released a single commercial that fundamentally changed everything we thought we knew about this world. In fact,
It's behind-
this commercial gives us so much
This
new
is
evidence
round.
that it is the entire reason I decided to make this theory. Let's take a look.
Cocoa Puffs experiment. How long does it take Sunny to go cuckoo for?
Cocoa Puffs.
Immediately, this commercial looks and feels very different than the others. Instead of a bird city, we're inside of a very advanced looking laboratory
They
where
all
Sunny
test
is
subjects.
apparently being experimented on with Cocoa Puffs.
Begin countdown now.
So chalk.
Oh.
Chalk. Chocolatey. I'm Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa Puffs.
As expected, Sonny goes cuckoo and destroys the lab, but in the final moments of the commercial, we pull back to see who's really running the show.
oh, we are.
Humans. Humans are the ones behind this experiment. This world that we thought was only inhabited by intelligent bird people also has humans in it. And now, with this context, we can finally start to put all the pieces together.
It's always us. I should have known that, bro. We always fucking up some shit. We messing up everything, bro. Well, I ain't did nothing. It was really y'all. The human war. You think they had a war with the humans?
Here is my theory. This is a world where advanced intelligent humans and bird people separately coexist as global superpowers. And I believe humans are the ones who created the Cocoa Puffs. I think we can assume this because we can see humans are running a
Mordecai
lab that is
slave.
clearly making and testing Cocoa Puffs. We can even see the chemical structure for Cocoa Puffs on the monitor. So that means that humans are responsible for giving Cocoa Puffs to bird society. And clearly their intentions are far beyond just diplomatic trade.
This is like the crack epidemic, bro. It's
Remember
bad.
what they were testing for.
How long does it take Sunny to go cuckoo for?
Cocoa Puffs.
How long does it take Sonny to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? They are specifically testing how addictive the cereal is, meaning humans are intentionally trying to create the most addictive product they can. In the world of these commercials, Cocoa Puffs are not just a delicious breakfast item. They are a weapon created by humans to brainwash and control an enemy nation's population. The fictional in-universe cereal is what I mean, not the real-life Cocoa Puffs. Please don't sue me.
Right, boy, because they will get your ass.
We are witnessing an interspecies war between humans and birds, where humans are launching giant Cocoa Puffs at the cities and planting sleeper agents inside of the military. Why is this inside of a cereal commercial? So, these commercials are telling the story of this global Cocoa Puffs war. But I think they're telling it out of order, and this lab commercial is at the start of the timeline, showing us the creation of Cocoa Puffs. The humans used Sunny as a guinea pig to create an extremely addictive cereal, and they even made him the mascot on the box to help sell it to other birds. But why would Sunny go along with this? Well, he doesn't exactly have a choice. Like everyone else, he's just a victim being controlled by the addictive, brainwashing properties of Cocoa Puffs. All they have to do to activate his programming is just say his 3 trigger words: munchy, crunchy, chocolatey, and he goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Why don't we discuss your home? Your real home.
Oh, no. Oh no.
Munchy. Zinadzit. Crunchy. Razviet.
Damn.
Soldaci.
Ja готова отвечать.
He is the human's perfect sleeper agent. And believe it or not, this has all actually been foreshadowed since the very first Cocoa Puff commercials. Remember how I said the original 1958 commercials only featured children instead of a bird? Well, that wasn't entirely true.
All aboard for the Cocoa Puffs train.
In the kid's home, we can see a cage holding a bird. From the very start, Sunny has always been a prisoner to humans. And even the 70s commercials show us that it was humans who first got Sunny addicted.
Puff, puff, Cocoa Puffs, chocolate tasting Cocoa Puffs, munchy, crunchy, chocolatey.
Good, bro.
Yahoo!
And if you're still
Yahoo!
not convinced that this is an intentional hidden narrative inside of these commercials, then let me ask you this. Why did they choose to make the mascot of their cereal a cuckoo bird? Sure, it's partially because cuckoo sounds like cuckoo, but I think there's a deeper reason. What are cuckoo birds? They're brood parasites. Instead of raising their young, they secretly lay their eggs into the nest of other bird species, and once the baby cuckoo hatches, they proceed to kill the other birds and take over the nest from within.
The cuckoo...
Why don't you just... That stupid ass bird. Why don't you just make your own goddamn nest and get worms like everybody else?
Instinctively pushes out any other eggs in the nest.
They are literally the sleeper agents.
Oh, this motherfucker like, nah!
Of birds. This is exactly what's happening in these commercials. Humans secretly inserted Sunny into bird society, and he took it over from within, just like a cuckoo bird. And the humans didn't just randomly insert Sunny into any old nest. Take a look at the commercial where we see Sunny's grandpa's house.
Keep selling eggs out. I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room.
They're in a hallway full of what I assume are family photos. And if you look closely, you can see a picture of the main military bird. The humans inserted Sunny into a family with a high-ranking military officer, which allowed Sunny to use that connection to get into the military headquarters and perform the coup.
Damn, we ain't shit.
And it worked.
Oh,
everyone hit by Cocoa Puffs instantly loves them. They own the military, their entire economy and legal system runs on Cocoa Puffs. Humans have essentially colonized and taken over all of bird society. They won. So, now that the war is over, I guess the next question is, what happens to Sunny? Well, he's not a prisoner anymore. He's free to live a normal life in a world controlled by humans and eat all the Cocoa Puffs he wants. Except now, unlike all the birds around him, he desperately doesn't want Cocoa Puffs.
You've got to keep Cocoa Puffs away from me! How do I escape the great taste of Cocoa Puffs?
But
and he knows it
why?
too.
Because more than anyone else, Sonny knows the truth about this world. He knows all the horrible things humans have done to bird society, the horrible things he has done to betray his country. So, of course, he would try and reject Cocoa Puffs. But the world he lives in literally runs on the cereal. No matter where he goes, he can't escape his addiction. Remember, he even tried to file a restraining order against Cocoa Puffs in a bird court of law, but the judge refused to... Wait a second. Why is the judge...
Oh, that's his grandpa!
Sonny's grandpa.
Damn. Chocolate is thicker than blood. Oh my God. What are we watching?
Now in session. Find you guilty of being delicious. Sonny.
He's addicted too, shit.
That is clearly Sonny's grandpa. Even his nameplate says Judge Gramps. Wouldn't that be like a major conflict of interest? Like, you can't just be a judge for your own family member's court case, right? And even if we ignore that, isn't Sonny's grandpa supposed to be the one character who's actually on his side?
Don't seem like it.
Coco, I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room.
Cocoa Puffs?
Don't go Cocoa on me, boy.
Why does he rule against Sonny when he's the only one who's been trying to help him beat his addiction? Maybe we need to take a closer look at Sonny's grandpa. In one of the commercials, we see Gramps trying to help Sonny by hiding the Cocoa Puffs.
I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room.
Gramps?
I'm not hiding Cocoa Puffs.
But immediately after, he says this.
I'm not Cocoa. Don't open that door then, cause there's munchy, crunchy chocolate.
It's like, oh, look at his freaky ass posing on that wall, boy. He's sticking on Cocoa Puffs where his chocolatey hole. He's a freak.
Look at him. He's clearly trying to tempt Sonny into getting the Cocoa Puffs. He even uses Sonny's exact trigger words and has a nefarious smile.
Damn.
Gramps wants Sonny to beat his addiction. He just wants Sonny to think that he's on his side, but in reality, Gramps...
Oh, hold on. Bruh, I'm fucking hollering, bruh. Hold on, y'all. Bruh, he a freak for real, bruh. It ain't no way around that shit, bro. That nigga is a freak.
Is manipulating him, but why? Because I think Sonny's grandpa is working for the humans. Sonny is the mascot for Cocoa Puffs, and if humans are going to continue to use Cocoa Puffs to control bird society, then they can't have the mascot on the box actively trying to avoid and discredit the cereal.
You've got to keep Cocoa Puffs away from me! It turns everything chocolatey, and they make me go cuckoo.
So, they use someone close and trusted to Sonny, like his grandpa, to manipulate him into never breaking free of his addiction.
Well, they're munchy and crunchy.
Just look at Gramps' life. He's got a big house, he eats at fancy restaurants, and he's a powerful judge who can seemingly break whatever rules he wants. Gramps is thriving in this human-controlled bird society, and I think it's because he made a deal with the humans to betray his own grandson. And once again, Gramps profiting off of Sonny has been foreshadowed since the very first commercials.
Oil? We're rich. How you gonna get it up, Gramps?
Sonny can't resist Cocoa Puffs.
Yes, sir.
What? Boy, this nigga, he a freaky bitch. He's a, oil? How you gonna get it up, Gramps? No. Sonny can't resist this. Like he gon' drug him. He ain't no better than Rick Ross. You gonna lose your Reebok deal.
Gramps, Sonny's only parental figure, has always been working against him. But that brings up something else that I've always wondered about. Why is Gramps Sonny's only parental figure? Where are Sonny's parents? Like, even if Sonny was a brood parasite inserted into this family, he'd still have parents before grandparents, right? It feels like someone's missing. This may seem like a pointless question to ask for how little backstory we're given about these characters, but there is actually a single insane hidden detail in one of these commercials that unlocks one final damning part to this theory. Remember those family photos that had the military guy in them? If you look closely, the hallway is full of different bird people, all with boxes of Cocoa Puffs, except for one photo that shows a female bird all by herself. And it's the only photo with no Cocoa Puffs. It's a really weird detail to include, but what's even stranger is that when Sunny is about to open the door to release the Cocoa Puffs, the photo changes to show the woman is afraid for Sunny. Sure, maybe this was just supposed to be a cartoony way to emphasize the danger, but then why?
She do look like she got the little three little things at the, yeah, man.
Is she the only photo that changes? The birds in the photo right next to her are completely indifferent to Sunny's struggle. This feels like the animators are intentionally trying to tell us something about specifically this female bird that we've never seen before. And trust me, I've checked. She doesn't show up in the background of any of the other commercials. So here is the final part of my theory. I think this is Sunny's mother. Maybe his real mother, or maybe his adopted mother from the whole brood parasite thing. Just like Sunny, she was clearly aware of the dangers of Cocoa Puffs and wanted to avoid them. But unlike everyone else, why don't we see her in any of these commercials?
They murked him.
I think it's because she tried to protect her son from the dangers of Cocoa Puffs, and the humans who needed Sunny for their plans murdered her because of it.
Damn! She was at Wingstop, boy. God, leave, boy. They said, oh, don't worry. We just want you to try a few flavors. You are the flavor, man. We put it on you. That's crazy.
These Cocoa Puff commercials are not just a bunch of funny little cartoons designed to sell cereal to kids. They are a complex, interconnected story about the horrors of war, addiction, family betrayal, and murder. And if after all of this, you still have the fucking balls to leave a comment saying, oh, Alex, I think they're just cereal commercials, you're overthinking this, then let me ask you this.
That nigga gonna turn out, he gonna rip his damn head off. He gonna be the grandpa. I know how this gonna end. Alex is that grandpa. He did it.
Why did they decide to make the characters in these commercials birds? Birds can't eat chocolate. Chocolate is poisonous to birds. The entire bird world is slowly being poisoned by Cocoa Puffs so that humans are the only dominant species on this planet.
What?
Or maybe they're just cereal commercials, I don't know.
No, you ain't shit, Alex. You ain't shit. That's the shit that I be talking about. I'm not watching no more of his shit. Not never. He ruined SpongeBob. He ruined Mario. Game Theory ruined Mario. That nigga's a pedophile and Peach is a prostitute. That Cocoa Puffs is bad for you. Next, this nigga gonna ruin your. He gonna ruin family reunions. This nigga go. Oh my God, bro. He don't do nothing right. He don't do nothing right.